We are the biggest, we are the largest, we are the greatest, we are the tallest, we are the highest African spiritual platform. I'm always your queen, Hadasha. I am Empress Makida. Call me Labraska, because I am Ghana's only sun goddess. The world, the whole Africa, I am the only sun goddess. I welcome you people to another great episode. Today, you can see how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like bodo. Like my feelings are feelings. Like, you get me? Like, climate. Like, I love you, my people. I welcome you to another great episode. Let's welcome our guest for today before I tell you the topic. We welcome you to Revelations.
That's it.
Great. Oh, that's Yampa. So today is your first time on this biggest platform.
Yes,
please introduce yourself to us.
Yes, please.
Tell us who you are, and then pay obeisance to the followers and subscribers of this platform. Please go ahead.
My name is Nana Fofie Consehema Asumaniwa the First. I'm grateful to be here at this platform. I'm a queen mother, I'm a priestess, I'm a medicine woman, a teacher, and I'm also the Netherlands and Ghana's first vagina coach.
Ghana's first vagina coach?
Yes, please.
From Netherlands?
Yes, please.
We welcome you. We do appreciate you. You see why I was telling you today's episode is going to be late. It's another one in DJ Khaled's voice. I welcome so you Uncle Swahima.
Yes, please.
At where?
I am from a queen mother of Nana Tongo Asukore Shrine in Koforidua.
Really?
Yes, please.
Tongo Shrine?
Yes.
So that's why you said you were a priestess?
Yes, please.
When they say someone is a priestess, what are your responsibilities?
I'm mostly taking care of the shrine and the deities, and when there are things that need to be done or certain consultants need to be done, certain issues, they come to me. But my field is really medicine and woman, so natural medicine.
So what do you do for the shrines and deities? Tell me.
Yeah, different things. Like if there are certain issues, they will come to me and discuss it with me.
The deities?
No, the Akomfo will come to me and discuss it with me. Like for instance, there's a certain issue with a person, they don't know really good how to go about it, they will come to me for advice. Or if they have to travel, someone needs to be responsible that is there to take care of everything. So it is very diverse.
So you came all the way from Netherlands to be taking care of shrines and the deities. Or you are married into our family and you are doing this in addition. Let me understand this.
I'm actually Ghanaian, but I'm a mixed Ghanaian.
Okay.
And I have a very long journey. So it's, let me say, all rivers will come to the ocean, but we have all different streams how we get there.
Exactly.
They have been preparing me for a very long time, and I was not much aware of our Akom and our Abosom, but they were always with me. And it took me many years, but I get here and I get acknowledged for the work that I have done. So that's how I reach here.
So how do you know our Abosom?
They are
with you.
They are always with us.
I want to know how you people are watching us. Somebody will say, hey, how do I know the Abosom are with me? How do you know this?
If you open to them and you are willing to learn about them, you will see that in your life they are always with you. For instance, my beautiful story is that I did not know my family from my father's side, who is Ghanaian. And I thought actually someone else was my father. And there was a time that there were rumors. And I hear the story about what I thought my grandmother and her neighbor, that they had an issue with each other. As the lady, what I thought was my grandmother, showed her a picture to show off with her granddaughter. And the neighbor was looking at that picture and said, that is not your granddaughter. That is my granddaughter. And it was 6-7 years later that I did a DNA test with my father because I want to have his last name. And when we did that DNA test, it happened to be that he was not my father. And then he said, well, he has an idea who could be my father. And we made contact with that person. And when we made that contact and we did the DNA test, he was really my father. And then we come back by that same neighbor that stated, oh, that is not your granddaughter, that is my granddaughter. That happens to be his mother. And he is her firstborn child, and I'm her firstborn grandchild. And my daughter is her firstborn great-grandchild. And she is actually, because she passed away, she's actually was a queen mother. So it is even.
So that's your story.
Yeah, it is.
So tell me, you are Ghanaian. I mean, I love that. I'm happy. But when you say abosom, what is explained, defined? Tell me.
What abosom for me and what they are our deities, and they are in everything. They are part of nature, and we are part of nature. They are us, and we are them.
So how do you know they were following you?
In the beginning, you don't know because you are clueless. You don't understand. You never heard of it. But when I was about 19 years old, I was actually ashamed that I was African, and someone stated to me like, why would you be ashamed? You are even a Ghanaian. Do you know your history? Do you know where your ancestors went through? And when I hear those stories, I felt a great impact in my life, and it changed me completely. And from that point on, I start to learn more about my spirituality, and more. I have to say, I went to the Caribbean for 20 years where I really get more in touch with myself. And eventually I end up by our own akum and our own abosom. And there's where I really realized, like, yes, they were always part of me. They were always there. I maybe did not know their names. I maybe did not know to which natural forces they belonged, but I always felt their presence. And when you really know and really learn more about them, you will see the puzzle pieces will fall all together and the beautiful picture forms itself. I still don't know everything yet, because you never know all. You will never stop learning. But it has been a very, it's been a privilege to get to know them. Yes.
You are watching The Biggest. I understand the part that you are vagina, but you become. So are you a kung fu?
No, not per se.
So what's the difference between a kung fu and priestess?
Well, kung fu is really when you really get possessed and you really deal with the deities like that. For me, the priestess is more that you do the spiritual works, as the counseling, the working with the herbs, the healing, the people.
So what kind of spiritual works do you do?
Like, for instance, I will turn back to the vagina coaching. Like what I was saying, when you are in a relationship with a partner and you are being faithful to that person, but that person is maybe not faithful to you and has 2-3 other women he is sleeping around with. But those 2-3 other women also have some other men they are sleeping with. And those men also sleeping with other women.
Sleeping, they go.
Yes. And down the road you will find some, maybe one is cursed, one have dirty hands in the spiritual world. And then the woman who is at home trying to be faithful
you share all their...
She's attracting all of it, and she would feel down, she would feel depressed, she feel like, oh, you know, something is not right with her. But it is actually not her. It is the spiritual of attachments that is linked to her. Right, in those cases, you would come to me and I will guide you through it, see where the issues are coming from. But also if other issues what you have spiritually, or you want to see certain things like how is my future going, what can I change to make it better, I'm feeling so much depressed, I will use my expertise.
So I want to understand, what's the source of your powers? What is your source?
Universe.
The universe is your source?
Yes, please.
To see what is worrying someone?
Yes, please.
Are you a psychic?
I don't want to call myself a psychic. I call myself a highly spiritual person. And because I'm not afraid to put the mirror in myself and watch myself, you learn a lot also about others, because we are all one. Ubuntu, I am because we are. And with that being said, you stand up open to receive a lot. Within our bloodstream, within our DNA, we have thousands of ancestors, and any knowledge what they had, it's within us. So if you are open enough, you can receive a lot. The thing is, you need to receive and be open for that knowledge.
That's a straightforward case.
Yes, please.
So what kind of prayer do you do? Do you pour libations? Do you chant? What kind of prayer do you do?
Yes, please. I pour libation. I have that I dance. I don't do much actually out. I'm very private actually with it. But yes, chanting, dancing.
You chant, you invoke, what else do you do? Tell me.
Like what I say, libation, pour libation, with dance, yeah, I don't want to say it's possessed, but I would call it more trance. So you will get certain energies.
What's the difference between someone who is possessed and someone who is practicing more trance? What's the difference?
Possessed is that you really sometimes don't know no more what you did while you was possessed. And in trance you are kind of still there and you are more in control or more in charge. Yes, please.
But you said you are not a psychic.
I don't want to call myself a psychic.
That's psychic. That is natural channeling, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, you can say it like that, but I don't want to consider myself as a psychic. If you feel it is like that, then...
Oh no, we are trying to define the practice.
Yeah, I don't call it psychic.
We are trying to define the practice. Anyway, we keep learning. We are the biggest, we are the largest, and we are the tallest. Just last Sunday, we started talking about channeling. Who remember? On Spiritual Hour. Now we are getting more. This platform, who is driving this platform? Because at the moment we put a topic out there, it explodes everywhere. Those coming on Revelations are sharing it out there everywhere. Who is driving this platform? Whatever it is, whoever they are doing a great job. We thank the universe for that. You are watching The Tallest, the mother of all spiritual platform. And today I'm happy because we have one of our sisters. She's a priest too, a priestess on set, who is coming to talk about the cocoa farm. If you don't want to say vagina, what do you call it?
I actually call it vagina to break taboos, so everybody knows where you are talking about. But the other form is yoni, pum pum. So many.
Now from now, add cocoa farm to it.
Cocoa farm. Okay, I will put it in my book.
Yes, add cocoa farm to it. You are watching The Biggest. Okay, so tell me, you came all the way from Netherlands to your origin.
Yes, please.
Which of these deities you find here is familiar with you, and which one of them would you like to get closer to? Or if you, in case you are forced to allow your body for any of these deities to use, which one of our deities do you love the most? Rebecca said that you allow, possess me.
Asasia, Efia, however you feel comfortable with calling her. She is for me the most powerful one. And also Ama. Ama is like, today I was just sitting here and said, Ama, it's Saturday, it's your day, oh. Because it's my first interview here in Ghana, so it's kind of special. So I was giving thanks to her. So Asasi Efia, but Ama, she's like my mother. So
great. What about the Tongo Shrine where you are?
Yes, please.
Have you experienced that shrine before?
Oh yes, I go there
yes, the
frequently.
Deity.
Yes, I go there frequently.
What do you like about it? Is it a him or a her?
Sorry?
Tongo, is he a he or a her?
A he?
What do you like about him?
Their powers, they are very strong. They make you feel very calm. Yeah, how I have to say it. It is still all very new to me, and to get custom also of my own tradition, but they've been guiding me along the way, and I feel very comfortable with it. Like when you go to the Western world, practicing spirituality is very different compared to Ghana. Here we really pour libation with alcohol, we do blood sacrifices, and those were things what was actually new to me. I was not accustomed of it. But coming to the shrine and learning about all those things, it's been interesting, and they make me feel very calm and not afraid of it, and it makes me feel really part of them. So that is what's...
My last question, your topic is very important. So yeah. Right now, you know Christians, they believe
yes,
they are going to heaven.
Yes, please.
When they die.
Yes, please.
Muslims also believe they are going to heaven when they die.
Yes, please.
So all these things you are practicing. When you die, where will you go?
I will go back to the universe. I believe heaven is between a woman's leg. It's the vagina. You came through the vagina into this world, and as a man you go back there to get everlasting life. Yes, because the children that you create, the offsprings, are the everlasting life.
You are watching the biggest. When I'm I must say, because heaven, they find heaven between and the breast and rah. People say, now you hear. You are watching the biggest. So we are getting straight into her topic. Her topic is very, very, very important to me. Hey, vaginas matter.
Yes, please.
Breaking taboo and make the vagina the talk of the day. Vagina, the talk of the day. Today I can't say Sebi, because Sebi I can't say what brofum. Can you people help me? Excuse me, Sebi, excuse me, it's not possible. Tell me, Sebi, Nebrof, why? I'm translating it from Twi to English. I'm on your comment section. You are watching the biggest. I am the largest. I am the tallest. I am the greatest. Hey! So now define vagina before you take us through your topic. Define it.
How do you mean exactly with
define vagina?
Like what I said, it is heaven. There's nothing much I can say about it. It's heaven. It's a portal where life comforts, and you go back there to be granted everlasting life. The whole world turns around vagina. We don't realize it, and that's why we have to break taboo and make it more approachable to speak about.
You are watching the biggest. So please take us through your topic. Vaginas matter.
Yes.
Breaking taboo and make the vagina the talk of the day. Please take us through. That's your topic.
Yes, please. So as I've been saying, the whole world turns around the vagina, but we don't always realize it. We don't pay enough attention to it. And there are even numbers where you can see how important it is. And that's why I believe a vagina coach is needed in your life. So I will give you some average numbers. Ladies stay home, do menstruation issues for 15 to 25 days a year. Meaning if you have a company of 20 women, minimum 20 women, 365 days of the year, a lady will stay home from work. So that is the impact what the vagina has on the economy without that we know.
Wait, let me get here. That a woman will stay home when the woman is menstruating.
Yes.
Who told you that?
A lot of women stay home when they're menstruating because of the issues that are part of it. The pains, yes, exactly. The feeling that I myself don't stay home. Maybe you don't stay home either. But the numbers, the statistics are there. There are a lot of ladies stay home. So when you look at that when you have a company with a minimum of 20 women, that 365 days of the year, someone would stay home due to menstruation issues. And then we're not even talking about maybe a lady that the ladies that have issues conceiving or miscarriages. These are all kind of things where women suffer from, and their depression, the mental health, what is getting suffered because of it, it will cost for them to stay home. So that is the effects that we women have on the economy. That same economy charges us more. I've not seen it too much in Ghana, but we have a pink tax. So we have the pink razors for the woman and you have the blue razors for the man. The pink ones, they are more expensive than the blue ones. So we are getting less money, but we are paying more also. Then we also have a great impact of the sex industry. What effect that has on us women. For instance, between the 60 to 80% of the women are unhappy with their vagina. And why is that? Because the porn industry portrays a certain image how a vagina is supposed to look like. But many of us don't look that way. So they project that into themselves and feel that they are not good enough because they don't look like that. For instance, it have between the 70 to 80% of the women that don't climax during intercourse. It is a very serious issue and women don't pay much attention to it. Also, going back to that they are not happy, the labida operations to make the outer lips or smaller, they are rising each year. If we look at Holland, it's about 10,000 corrections that are getting done. Or the black woman in this case is suffering a lot of fibroids. And the fibroids, if you look at the white woman or the Asian woman, they don't suffer that much of it as we do. It's 80% of the black woman that is suffering to it. And if you then look deeper into it, what are we doing different than all those other races? There is one thing that we are doing different. We are using a lot of chemicals for our hair. And we start actually with that from a very young age. So it was first not very much spoken about, but now that they really are doing research to it, it really comes forward that the chemicals that we are using, that have a lot of influence on what happens inside our womb. So there are a lot of things that are very relevant, but we don't really talk too much about it. For instance, the clitoris is like a penis. You can pull it back because it has foreskin, so you should clean under it. There are many women that don't know that because they never look at their own vagina. So there are certain issues that we are keep walking with without that we even know that
so
it is very serious.
So should we buy mirrors for the vagina?
Yes, you should.
And then you put it there.
And watch at yourself. You can lay down on the bed and look at it.
Then you open it. Then you look into the mirror.
Yes.
Or we should use our camera.
You can do that too, whatever you feel comfortable with.
You know, change the biggest and the largest. This is a serious issue.
Yes, please.
But let me ask this. Are all vaginas the same?
Not at all. They are all diverse. Every vagina is different. There is not one vagina the same. And that is the uniqueness about vaginas.
Tell us about it. What's the difference? 5 difference.
5 difference. How they look is different. How they are on the inside.
How they look?
Different.
Tell us. One look like why? Some look like. We say why.
One have very long inner lips. They are bigger than the outer lips. The other one has very big outer lips. The other one has a big clitoris. The other one have a small one. Even if we look at the smells can also be different. We always are afraid of our smells, but actually a vagina is supposed to have a smell. It's supposed to be salty, musky. If it's like, oh, I'm nearly fainting, yeah, then you know you have a serious issue going on and you should check what is going on. But every vagina is unique and they are all beautiful in their own way. So that is why women should embrace their vagina, because they are unique.
How does the vagina become after birth? Does it go through any changes? Can it, or it goes through changes and come back to the same? Someone, a virgin's VG, and someone who has had one child, VG, and someone who has had 7 children. What is the difference between these vaginas? Since we are vaginas everywhere, let's vagina and go.
Well, you could be I don't want to say a virgin, but you could be a woman that just have occasionally sex and never had a child, who is still white. And you could have a woman who give birth to 10 children and it's very tight. It all depends how you take care of your vagina and how it is naturally. Because after you give birth, the vagina comes back to its original state, and it is also a fact that we used to say the penis is too small. It is actually not really true, because after a few times having sex with the same person, the vagina actually grows, adjusts to the penis it's having intercourse with. So it's difficult to say, and yes, of course, women experience that it is different down there, but a lot of those issues are also between the ears. It is something what we think, something what we feel, and what we fear. And when we fear it, it becomes a reality.
Could this be the reason why men want to test all kind of women, or is just a fun?
No, that is men's ego. Men's ego is like that. They, okay, here in Africa we always talk, no, but it is normal, polygamous, and it's true. But it's not just done just like that. Even in the ancient days, it's not just done like that. But it is more their ego, and they feel comfortable having all these different sex partners. They have a beautiful woman, but they want to see if they can get a more beautiful woman. So it is more the ego with men. Have nothing to do with us, even though we blame it on ourselves and we think it is us. It can even happen to me. I think that is be woman owned, but it have nothing to do with us. And yes, it can be that a man is not satisfied with the vagina that he has his intercourse with, but that is something that needs to be discussed. That's why I also help men if they experience intimate issues with women. A simple example: he finds that the woman's vagina smells, but he washes himself with soap and he doesn't rinse good. So every time when he has intercourse with the woman, it gives a bad smell. But now he doesn't discuss it with the woman. And she also noticed, like, before this man, I never had no bad smells. But every time when I have intercourse with this man, I have a bad smell. But because she feels so embarrassed of the bad smell, she would not discuss it with the man. Now, if she did discuss it, and if he did discuss, he could say, but why you have this smell? She could say, you know what? I'm glad you bring up this topic, because I never actually smell. It is when we have an intercourse with each other, then is when I start smelling. And that is also my job as a vagina coach, because I asked at those
Why
things.
did you decide to coach only vagina of all the things on earth?
That has to do with my own personal story. I give birth 4 times. And with the second born, she was twisted. And the gynecologist cut me from vagina to anus. So that is such a terrible cut, and I experienced so many issues with that I had to heal myself. And by healing myself, I get conscious about certain things, and I learned that, wow, but this is interesting. And when I started making natural remedies for myself and I really enjoyed it, I started sharing it with other ladies. And when I shared it with other ladies, I came with tips and tricks. And every time they were like, wow, what you are doing, you should do something more with it.
And you progressed on it.
Yes, they asked me so many
you
times. And now I'm the coach.
Of football team, but the natural football team.
Yes, please.
You are watching the biggest and the largest. Do you know what you just said is a serious statement? I have witnessed many people, many women going through stuff after childbirth.
Yes, please.
There are some who would, after delivery, their vagina got broken. Now they can't feel when PP is coming. And like you said, some people, they cut the space between the anus to the vagina, and they got a whole gutter. And they didn't sew it well. It got open, the swelling. It becomes a whole issue for these people. I know someone with the husband doesn't want to do only here, has dildos. He will put his own thing here and put the dildo at the back, and it has caused some kind of sore that is not ever going away. They heal it and it comes back. There are people who are having white, they treat it, you go 3 days, it's back and all that. There are people when they have menstruation, after the menstruation there's some bad liquid coming out and all that. That's a very serious serious issues, and the bad part of it is you are not able to voice it out to anybody. That one too is making the issue so bad. People are watching us now. I want you to address this, then I get into the other part of this conversation.
Yes, please.
When people are going through this, people, they don't want to talk about it to anybody. Are there any remedies you can give?
Yes, I work with natural herbs. If I don't know what to do with your case, I will do research on it and see what is the best thing to use. And I want to get back at what you say, that there is no stage for women with intimate issues, and that is true. You can go to the doctor, he just have a few minutes for you. You can go to the gynecologist, he just have some minutes for you, but there is no stage. And we're not talking about the silent suffering. Women are suffering in silence because of their intimate issues, and that is very serious. For instance, I myself had a partner that was bullying me after I get caught. So he wasn't supporting me at all, and it was nasty and it was things, and he was even giving me names. So you would even feel so embarrassed to talk about it. It took me more than a year to talk about it with a friend, and when I did that, I felt so relieved. So actually, I became the woman that I self once needed, and that I am now for other women. So they, yes, have someone they can trust and come to, and that's why I say I'm a listening ear, but also a shoulder to cry on, because what we don't realize that it's a very emotional job, and it is a privilege to be the person a woman can come to and let go, because you get different types of cases that are coming to you, and they can be very emotionally loaded. So if I don't know about something, or if I do know about something, that's why I ask questions and I do the feed talk. And in the feed talk, I will see the red flags, and the red flags are the issues what making your problem become worse. So for a simple explanation to show you, a lady comes by me with bad smells. So I will sit with her and ask her, what is her diet? Do you eat a lot of vegetables? Do you eat a lot of fruits? Or do you eat a lot of fast food? Oh, now this lady, she eats a lot of vegetables. She eats a lot of fruits. What do you drink? Well, I don't drink hardly water, but I like to drink vodka. So when she said that, then not drinking much water, but drinking a lot of vodka is the first red flag. Because what you consume,
You are what you eat.
that will make you smell down there too. And then I will ask, what kind of underwear do you use? Do you use dental, those strings? Do you wear lace underwear, or do you wear cotton underwear? Well, I wear lace underwear and strings. That's another red flag. They are sexy, but
They are cutting and you have sauce all over.
Yes, and the vagina needs to breathe. It's like a mouth, and lace.
They will wear this jean sauce and they are killing, they choking the vagina.
Yes, yes. Maybe
They
she
think
has.
they are dressing.
Yes, maybe she has a mummy pouch. The mummy pouch holds sweat under the belly. That can go down, and that will also make the vagina smell. Some women use a lot of over-the-counter products like Summer's Eve or those things, or deodorants for the that's another red flag. So when I address all the red flags, I even ask about your sex toys, I ask about your partner's hygiene. I can see by the way, the answers what you are giving me, where your bad smell comes from.
Coming from.
Yes, and when I address all those red flags and I tell you not to do that no more, not to do that no more, don't do that no more, start doing this, start doing that, they will come back, and sometimes even their whole skin is glowing because, wow, I start drinking so much water, look at my skin. Even my bumps are gone, because we don't realize how important our womb and our vagina is to us.
You are watching the biggest, sometimes it's the knowledge too. Some people don't even know that your teeth tells about your brain.
Yes.
People don't even know it's about the knowledge, but we will get there.
Yes.
Now let's address this and see. You see, what are 5 things that will let a man run away from you? You get it?
With the vagina.
With the vagina.
Bad hygiene. Not enjoying the sex. The way how it looks, how double it is. Yeah, let me say what more. How you do the sex also, because the enjoying is very important if you don't enjoy, but how you do it also. And how you take care of it in general, like if you be giving it away to everybody, if you're like very easy with it, and then again, what is easy, but like that, those are the most reasons I will feel that a man say, no, this is not it.
This is not it. You are watching the big. So let's get into the spiritual aspect of vagina.
Yes, please.
What is so spiritual about vagina?
First of all, life comes from there, and sex itself is actually very sacred. It became very all over the place because the sex industry is that big. They can make a lot of money from it, but intercourse itself, it's very sacred. It is something very special because it creates life. It is not something what you just do with everybody. And also spiritually, you need to be on the same level as the person, because bad smells can actually also come from a partner what has low frequencies. So if you are very highly spiritual and you are in a certain way, but maybe you are a little bit insecure, or you like a certain bad boy, and that person has like bad spiritual energies, and you don't listen to all those signs, and you still go sleep with that person, you will experience bad smells just because spiritually you all are not a match. So spiritually the vagina is very important, but you have to conclude also the womb with it, because it is all one package. The womb itself is also very important in our spiritual aspect, because every trauma we pass through as a woman, we store it in our womb. So if you suffer from sexual abuse, or even you get a car accident, we stash it away. We stash it within our womb. So it is very important to be in touch with your womb and your vagina, to be in a certain spiritual balance. For us women, it is really the womb and the vagina what makes our spiritual connection. What is also directly connected with the universe. Because if you look at the universe, when new planets are born, they come through like black holes. That's why I call the black holes the vaginas of the universe. It is very interesting, as above, so below, how it is here on Earth.
So how do we break the taboos of the vagina and make the vagina the talk of the day?
Like what we are doing today. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity and very blessed that I get a stage from you to talk about it.
State 5 things that you can call a vagina taboo. That will make it not to be the talk of the day. And state 5 things that shows that the taboo is broken off and that the vagina is talk of the day.
That we can talk about it without having to laugh or feel like, oh, we are going to talk about it. When we are not embarrassed no more about our intimate issues. When we can say the word vagina and nobody like scrunches their face or gets frightened. When women are not being discriminated no more because they have a vagina. And for instance, if we are not getting tags no more, pink tags or period tags, you know, I think I will sum up.
We should leave it natural.
Because it is natural. They're supposed to be grateful that we are menstruating, because that is what gives us a new life. All men want children, they want sons, they want daughters. So be grateful when the woman is menstruating. We put them a kind of away. We give women rest when they have her period, but it's not that we should like, oh, she's nasty, she's like, ew, period. We become really like hostile of it. So these are things that you can really see, like, yes, the vagina is still taboo. Even myself, I came to Ghana and was not planning to do this profession here because I was afraid that they would judge me, or that they would look in a certain way at me, because Ghana is pretty conservative. And it were actually men that said, no, but this is good what you're doing, you should do this. And more women also said it. So I said, you know what, maybe you're right. Ghana is actually the perfect place to break taboos, maybe even more than in Holland. And in Holland we have prostitution is legal.
Everything is free.
Yeah, everything is free. And
we are a Christian country. We are holy.
Yes.
Don't do those kind of things. Now, another big problem is when women are menstruating.
Yes, please.
Menstruation and sex.
Yes, please.
Does it have any spiritual implications or physical taboos?
Doing it during the menstruation, I'm not a big fan of it. However, spiritually, I have to say, the first blood sacrifice that ever is been made is by woman. Because a man goes to a fowl or a goat to make blood sacrifice. But we are so blessed. We sacrifice blood every month without dying. We even bleed for 5 days, 7 days without dying. And that blood sacrifice, what we women do every month, is what creates families and what creates life. So spiritually, the female menstruation blood is very powerful. We can even use it in magic. So But to have intercourse while you're on your menstruation, if you know the practice and how to do it in a good way, it's on you. I personally don't recommend it, but you can do it. I personally don't like it.
You can do it.
Yes, you can, but it is not something what I recommend.
But it's about the rituals that come with it. Because
Yes,
me,
please.
I know when you know the rituals and you do it, your husband will never be poor. That one I know. But there's a way to go about it.
Yes, please. That is it.
But do you know we have women who can only get pregnant with when they are menstruating? Have you heard about this?
I've heard about it.
They can only get pregnant
when they are
during their
menstruation.
menstruation. So if you don't sleep with them at that point, that's when their libido is high.
Yes.
So if you don't sleep with them at that point, it means you people are not going to have babies. So what do we do about this?
This is funny because in nature it ain't supposed to be working like that. It's something like technically what goes against nature. However, if that is your only way to conceive, yeah, be my guest. Everybody deserves.
Are there any consequences about it, having sex with a woman who is menstruating?
It all depends what your belief system is with that. I personally don't think it's the right way because it's there for a reason. It's there because at that time she's sacrificing. You know, she's sacrificing, and that's why she's bleeding. So after she can grant you everlasting life. So I personally feel that is the time that you should give her rest. So are there the cursors or effects what is with it? Maybe you having intercourse with someone when you're on your menstruation and it makes the person stick on you, and if you don't want the person to stick on you no more, it's going to be difficult to break that blood bond, because it is actually also a blood bond that you are making. So it's different.
What do you have to say about homosexualism and then lesbianism?
Everybody has their own way. It is not something what I promote, or I have my own thoughts about it, but everybody is free in their own way. And the same thing as we don't really discuss our private sex life, what happens in our bedroom, I also feel that those people also should be the same. It is not something where we should be so open about.
Are there going to be any vagina taboos when a woman and a woman have that thing?
No, I feel that is how they feel comfortable, and that is what they feel is great. I personally know it is like it has an entrance, you can enter. So for me, it's like something needs to penetrate it, and the natural way to reproduce yourself is between a man and a woman. So yeah, it is something really personal, and if they feel comfortable with it, who am I to judge you? Even if I have my own thoughts about it, everybody is private, and that is their way of feeling. I cannot blame you. So yeah.
You are watching the biggest and the largest. So let's assume someone just plays her channel or his channel here and is watching us. I want you to take 5 minutes to address vagina's matter, breaking taboo, and make the vagina the talk of the day. Let's assume someone just plays the channel here. In 5 minutes, put them together for anybody that is watching us to understand and benefit from it.
Okay, so like why the vagina matter? They matter because the vagina is very important. The world involves around the vagina. We cannot do without them. And the issues are not being enough addressed. There is no stage to talk about your intimate issues. The vagina has its rights to be discussed about. women need to feel free to talk about. Actually, people, because also businesses and men supposed to be able to talk about these things, what they are experiencing with their wives or their girlfriends. And women also need to have a stage to talk about it, so they don't have to suffer in silence with their intimate issues. They should not be embarrassed about their intimate issues. They are very common. There are more women that suffer from these type of issues, and we should not be embarrassed about it and keep it for ourselves. No woman deserves to carry that load on her shoulder, to walk with it alone by herself. No woman should have to share tears secretly because of her intimate issues. And that's why me as a vagina coach, I'm here. I'm open to listen to these women, and whatever issue they are having, I'm coaching them and guide them through their issues. And if I don't know about it, I will do the research about it, and I will come back to you with what we can do and coach you through that as well, because it is needed. The numbers, the statistics are there to prove it, that we need to discuss certain things. May I say something by like shaving vaginas? We are forced technically to shave our vagina, not even knowing where it comes from. They say it's more hygienic, but if we are born with the process that in puberty we are getting hair, then how is it unhygienic? The vagina hair has, the pubic hair has its purpose.
We should shave it. Sakura, Santo, Sankpala.
I actually advise to keep it and trim it. Because it is needed. We don't want it because it gives smells. Yeah, because we use toilet paper, or we pee in the wild and just pull our pants.
Instead of washing it,
you should wash it. You should trim it and wash it because you need it. If you look good, which woman in which stage doesn't have hair on her vagina?
There are people who don't have hair on their vagina, and I heard that they said when you want to sleep with them, you have to put coins on the vagina before you can sleep, because there is no hair on it. Who has said about this before? Write it in the comments. Have you heard about this before?
No, it is a new one for me. I'm learning every day.
Go and Google and learn about it. It's there. They said some of this thing. There are people, they have a name for it. They don't have hair on their hair. Neither they have hair on their.
Yes.
So they, before you sleep, you put coins on it. Before you do, if you don't put coins on it and you do it and the woman flash, your dick will die.
Wow.
You don't know.
That's it. Yes, I will do research on it. No, but what I wanted to explain is, in which stage a woman does not have hair is girls. Small girls. They don't have no hair. So what you are technically serving a man is a vagina from a child. And then we complain about pedophilism, but we are actually training the man. And where does it come from to shave your vagina? A lot of women don't know. It's the prostitutes. The prostitute used to shave her vagina, so her vagina looks different than the woman at home.
Hey!
Same thing as our makeup. We never used to wear makeup. It was not necessary, it was not allowed. It used to be the prostitutes. And lingerie, it was the prostitute. She used all these tactics for your man to keep coming back to her. And we women were like, hey, what she can, we can do better. So we start also shaving. We also start wearing makeup, and we also start wearing lingerie.
We are taking the job from them.
we
are challenging.
We're taking the monies back.
Competition. Yes. If not.
Yes. There is where it comes from. And the world and the sex industry jumped on it, because how more women shave, that's the more razor blades they are selling. You understand? So in all these things they are making money on us. And the knowledge knowledge what we don't have no more and what we are not sharing no more. The pharmacies, they're making big time money. If you have yeast infections, they have those eggs and you can put them in, and 3 months from now you will have the same yeast infection again. And they be making money. So when you come by me, I will look at you where the red flags are coming from, and we are going to stop those red flags, and I make sure those yeast infections don't ever come back again, because that is what I want. I don't need you to keep coming back to me as what the pharmacies are doing with you. And because we don't have this herbal knowledge no more nowadays, for instance, the neem tree. Do you know how powerful the neem tree is? And they grow all over. If we African women only had the sense of how powerful these trees are around us, we would have been healing ourselves.
Even when we deliver now, our time, when you deliver, you sit on hot water.
Exactly.
To cook the thing.
Yes.
To cook the blood away. Now, you people don't want to sit on water again. You give birth to one child, your thing is back blaja.
And that's why I do the feast steaming service. I work with different type of herbs. It makes it tighter. It helps you when you are having problems with your hormones. It helps you with smell. It helps you with more smooth menstruation.
Are you playing free adverts? Will you pay?
Sorry? Yes, it's very important.
It's
to
very
steam.
important,
Yes.
my dear. It's very important, honestly. It's very, very important. Women are going through a whole lot because there are a lot we don't have the right to talk about.
Yes, please.
There are women who can flash, like you want to ease air or you want to flash, and they flash through their vagina. They flash through their vagina. There's a lot going on we can't actually talk about. There are people who are always having discharge. There are panties. Some women at the moment, they penetrate through them, they will pee on themselves, not the squirt.
No.
The squirt thing is different from squirt is when you are at the climate. But there are women when you penetrate, they will pee and all that. We have a lot of problem, but we are not open to talk about it. Today we are talking about this, and it's very important for us to have solutions. If not for your husband, for your own self, your skin, your face, your womb, and your health conditions, everything is there. That place is the whole world. So your last words, your advice to the public, and if there are any free antidotes or free remedies you want to give, I will appreciate that. And when you are done, you add your social medias to it.
Okay, so like what I said, respect the nature what's around you. We African women don't have much knowledge about it no more. It's not really passed on no more. It's like taboo, because when you know about herbal, it's a comb, stay far away from it. But it is actually very important. Be aware of the nature that is around you, because those natural herbs, they can help all the issues that you are suffering from. So for instance, the neem, what I said, is one powerful herb. Boil it, go sit in it, wash yourself with it if you have issues with infections, those type of things. If you give birth to a child and they cut you, go sit in that. It's a very powerful herb. Steam with it. It is very powerful. Make use of it. It grows all over. Wash it good, dry it, and steam with it, or bath yourself with it. Don't shy away to talk about your intimate issues if you're suffering from them. Don't try to find someone to talk with, because what you don't know, maybe the other one, yes, no. Share with each other those intimate issues and the intimate information that we can give, of knowledge what we can give to each other. Create circles where you really can come together as women and be open about these type of issues. Make the vagina more talkable. It is our own responsibility, actually, because we let men shut us up. and we should break that. We should break that taboo and discuss it more often.
Any social media handles?
Yes, Nana Fofie at Facebook, Instagram. I just recently opened a new one, Vagina Oracle, what's really have to do with my book, what I also would like to present to you. And nanafofie.com, that's my website, so that's where they can.
Thank you so much, Ebusia. The men, I want to add this for you. If you're a woman and your man doesn't like your thing, don't blame yourself. It is their nature. I don't want to say they are dogs, but I'm not saying that for anybody to come and insult me. That place is the most hygienic place on earth. So cut your nails if you think you want to go there with your fingers. Cut your nails. If you want to go there, brush your teeth with your tongue. Brush your teeth. Pamper it before it gives you the road. Pamper it. It will add fluid to, make the journey very smooth. Stop putting sauce in there. By force, kuchuri, kuchuri, kuchuri. Nothing. Buy gels and ointments. Use self. Make the thing be, don't be putting sauce in the thing. And when the thing start to become something, then you are running around looking for something else. These are free tips. So, I don't talk about, I have told you, I won't talk about marriage and sex. If I decide to talk about it, you will run away. And they are telling you, when someone is menstruating, you can't do it. If your man will have to be rich, perform the ritual and do the ritual. And see, if you go to shrine and you kill a goat to make money rituals, human blood is not there though, live blood. Do you think he cannot perform anything? I will leave you. Thank you so much for coming, my sister. I appreciate you. Those are my, you know, proper no friend no. I hear them do besi wate.